Hey, yeah, that's not an answer. It's like fine, good. I have a hernia. Psych. I mean, I really want to know what's going on. AJ's back. Who's here to see AJ? Good. Yeah. Creepy little ginger fuck. Just gonna tell us his little stories. But he's great. He was here last week, and yeah, he made me look like shit. So I was like, man, fuck you. Whatever. We do this every Monday. I know it's Tuesday. We don't do it every Tuesday, but fucking here we are. All of you guys in the audience, and even the comics who don't deserve it, get free tickets to June 2nd's show. Okay, it's a Mark Price show. Mark Price played Skippy from Family Ties. Anyone? Ah, the old guys in the back know what I'm fucking talking about. He'll be here. I'll be doing the hosting, and then we got another couple of comics that are going to do a really good job making fun of Skippy before he gets on stage. What else we got going on? That's it. That's current events right there. We've got a really good lineup of comics tonight. Does anyone want to see one?
Yeah.
Yeah? Too bad, I've got my story first. This is a story, I hope you guys like it. My wife said don't say it. Don't tell it. I've heard it. It's terrible. No one's gonna like you. You get booed off stage. No one's gonna love you. I'm not taking you home, you drunk fat fuck. So, here we go. Real quick. When I was a little boy, when I was about 7 years old, I was in Cub Scouts, and I found one day what I thought was a whistle in my mother's bathroom wastebasket. All the women got it. None of the guys know what the fuck I'm talking about. And my mother, when she picks me up from Cub Scouts, she sees me blowing on this thing. And if you guys don't know, it's the applicator for a tampon. My whistle was in my mom's snatch. Okay? And she caught me, and of course she fixed the situation. Said, no, Carl, do not do that. You're stupid and ugly and fat and dumb. I hate you. I wish you were dead. That's the way my mom talked to me. I know, I got fucking problems. Anyway, so I was using the applicator as a whistle, which, by the way, works. It does. They're great. They're like kazoos. So great. And my mother stopped me, of course, because that's fucking gross. She stuck it in her twat. What she didn't know was I told every kid, every 7-year-old boy from my troop, where to find your mom's whistles. So for a month prior to the incident of her catching me, all of the Cub Scout boys were digging in the trash at their house for their own whistles. My friend Reggie had like 20 whistles, and Reggie lived with his grandma. Yeah. It was so much so that we were actually planning on doing a concert with our whistles for Mother's Day. 12 boys on stage blowing into tampons. I didn't put a stop to it, I just quit Cub Scouts. I don't know where those guys are now. I'm thinking jail. Maybe some sort of mental institution. Okay, well, about half of you guys gave a shit about that one. I'll work on it. It's not like I don't have another job to do. Jobs suck. Do you have a job? Yeah, fuck those. Yeah? No, you don't. Nobody does. Raise your hand if you got a good... You're back. If you got a good job. 1, 2, 3. Fucking really? Wow. I work construction. I'm never working with anyone that's satisfied with their life. That's awesome. Are you guys working IT? Sitting something? You? What? Do you have children? Oh, baby. People don't pay you for that when they come out of your age. They just don't. You gotta just deal with whatever bullshit that little fucking thing says. I got 90 of them in my house. I don't know where they can, not 90. 4. There's not much fucking difference between 4 children and 90, is there? That's so terrible. How awesome is it at the end of the day you get to just be like, fuck you, bitch, I'm out of here. Pretty awesome. It's a baby?
Yeah.
It's a baby?
Yeah.
So you watched Dr. Phil and shit?
No, I went to the beach today.
You went to the beach today?
Yeah.
It's a pretty good fucking job. I sat in traffic 7 hours today. Yeah, there's no babies anywhere. I mean, I masturbated, so it wasn't like a total loss, but... What? I'm on the go. This doesn't just stop. You hit 12 and it just spontaneously erects, and then you have to deal with it. Ladies, you don't know. You'll never. Do they know?
Yeah, they know.
Well, you stop telling them. They don't give a shit. I called my wife and I was like, hey, I got a huge raging boner right now. She's like, first of all, not that huge. Second of all, deal with it yourself. Because I don't give a shit. I have real world stuff. I'm a person that has a job. All right, that's enough of me. Let's bring up our first real comic. He's prettier than he deserves to be. He smells good. He's single. I want to say that he has a 6-pack. Nobody likes him. Everybody please put your hands together for Jeremy Arkin.
Thank you guys. I'll give you a second to get used to my voice. All right, thank you. So maybe I'm starting to get a little more wise with age. We're starting to get paranoid. But I'm starting to think that Parks and Recreation wasn't a real documentary. I don't know. I think I'm getting super fucking paranoid. I can't really smoke weed anymore because of it. More specifically, I can't eat weed anymore. We know that hits you differently, right? So that's kind of a good thing also. I found out that I definitely shouldn't be doing harder drugs. Which is a good thing to find out. The reason why though, mainly is that I easily forget what I had done earlier, which is a huge fucking problem if you're doing drugs, right? Thank you. So like for example, the other weekend, throughout the day earlier, I had about 600 milligrams of caffeine, I calculated. Don't worry about why, it's not the bad part. So then, started eating parts of an edible, then forgot about those first 2 things and started drinking Red Bull and vodka. So then, I'm sitting there and I started to think I was having a heart attack. Like, anyone know what that feeling's like? It's pretty fucking crazy. But here's the thing, you know like when you're freaking out like that, but then like something kind of like brings you back into it, you're like, no, I'm fine. For me, that was when I noticed that my heartbeat sounded like the bass line from Ice Ice Baby. So I'm in that moment, consumed, going, guys, I don't think I'm okay right now. I think I'm having a heart attack. Dun, 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 dun. Holy, does anyone hear that right now? That's fucking A. Dun, 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 dun. All right, I think I'm good, All right, stop. Collaborate and listen. But it's fun. I think I'm just gonna stick to drinking for the most part. I think that's pretty safe. Like, I just moved into this apartment and it's downtown. I live in Olympia. So downtown Olympia is most of the bars are. And so a lot of people that know me, when they find that out, are like, oh, it's really cool. It's an easy walk from the bars. And I'm like, let's be fucking honest. it's an easier drive. But it's all good. I'm really trying to cut back though. I mean, for the most part, I just kind of stopped drinking just with my friends on like normal weeknights, you know, stopped doing that. That really helped a lot. Unfortunately though, you know, being single and going out with my friends and then there being, you know, girls that we're friends with and other groups of girls around, right? You don't want to be that guy that's sitting around trying to hang out with other girls while they're drinking, but you have a water and you're just hanging out. I've tried it. You just end up looking like Bill Cosby every time. It's not a good game, right? Because then the other thing too is also, people will ask you, hey, how come you're not drinking? Like, what's going on? You know, when they know you before. And it's hard to explain that to people without sounding like you're judging them for them drinking, right? It's hard to do. So, you know, people go like, oh, like, what's going on? How come you're not drinking? It's like, well, you know, I thought it was starting to make me kind of get fat, right? Like, my life was kind of falling apart, and I just want my family to respect me. But I'm sure you're doing good. I'm sure you got it, right? You shouldn't be worried at all. It's all good. So I ran into an ex today. That was really cool. At the AT&T store, right? Which is where you want it to be, for me at least, because I go in and I pay my bill at the kiosk. So I literally had a receipt as evidence of like, yeah, I'm paying my bill 2 days before it's due. I've matured a lot. What's up with you? Yeah, she actually, after we broke up, she went to China for 2 years to go abroad. You know, people do that. To China for some reason. So it was like really intriguing. I had a lot of questions about it. I was like, you know, what was it like driving there? You know, and does everything just say made here on it? Just a lot of questions, But yeah. I don't know, the main reason why I think we started to break up was she really fucking hated that I had a roommate. I don't know why. For like 6 months, she always fucking complained about having a roommate. Like, first of all, already it seems a little bit inherently gay to have a roommate named Eric, right? So it's like, I'm already, you know, worried about it enough, but don't tighten up. It's not, and that's okay though, but it's not, because we did the test, right? We got extremely fucking barbecued high one night and watched Top Gun and Roadhouse back to back, and nothing happened. So we know, yeah. Thought that was our thing. But yeah, so it's all good. I'm trying to live in the moment, you know, that expression. Live in the moment, right? People always tell me that. I worry about a lot of stuff, so I try to do it. The problem is that I don't know what moment to live in, right? I want to like pick a great moment and then just live in that, right? That makes sense, right? So that's how I'm trying to do it. So I think of like what a lot of moments, you know, what could that be? How about the moment I lost my virginity? That's a cool moment, right? So, I don't know if I'm calling it a moment on purpose or not. Maybe. The only way of knowing how long it was, right, was that I could remember the song Butterfly by Crazy Town was on repeat on my iPod speaker a little bit over 2 times. Which, doing the math, I mean, that's not that bad, right? Thank you. So it was a good time. Although it is weird when you hear "Come my lady, come my lady" like 60 times, and then like a little bit later you're like, I don't think she did, right? Did she? No. It's just a weird like non-self-fulfilling prophecy to like get wrapped up in, right? It's like, all right, I did. It's fine. All right. Yeah. I wish I went to college. Because I went and was researching something. Now, this is a judgment-free zone, right? Okay? No. Anyway, it's not that bad. No, I just randomly, you know, just as a goof, was looking at the process to becoming a sperm donor. Because I see a lot of people that I know, and like, you know, people from high school, whatever, are starting to have kids, right? I'm kind of getting them to that age where people are starting to do that. And it's good for them. It just reminds me of all the great times I've had pulling out. So I still feel like I want to do something. I want to like pay it forward right now, right? So I was like, all right, go be a sperm donor, sure. The problem is, apparently you need a bachelor's or an advanced degree or be in pursuit of a degree, which that part's kind of weird, right? Because why wouldn't they just let you do it then, right? Like, I don't know if it's just me, but I figured if I was just gonna start going to school, I'd kind of calculate how much I would need to jerk off there to like have it count as financial aid, right? Like, you qualify in that way, right? It's helping me pay for it then. But yeah, anyway. What's the most times you've jerked off in one day? Thank you, Carl. I should have just went straight to Carl. And that's a real answer. Yeah, that's a real answer. Now, I'm not gonna get any more into detail about that or anything. I don't want to get graphic. But what I keep noticing that's weird is I think my friends lie about that. They for sure do. Because as we just joke about it, right? And it comes up, like who's jerked off the most times in a day as a record, not just like daily average, right? Like masturbation CrossFit. What's your personal record? Not just every day. So some of my friends that have girlfriends get super fucking weird about it. They're like, I don't know, man, like twice? Fuck, I don't know. And it's like, really, twice? Like, were you never suspended from school before, right? Like, what'd you do all summer when you're staying home, you know? Not watch a marathon of season 2 of Keeping Up with the Kardashians on the E! Channel, 7-episode run. Like, what do you do, right? It's just like, I don't know what to do with that. But, yeah. So I am definitely down, as you know, 100% single. But I kind of like go up and down with that, right? But I think right now, I kind of have had this goal, and I've kind of gotten close to sort of achieving it, right? I wanted to get in a relationship. I still have a little bit of time, I guess, technically. But the thing is, I want to do it before July 4th. So that way, if it's not gonna go anywhere, I could break up with her on the 4th of July so that I could declare my independence. Makes perfect sense to me. It'd be a glorious day, right? But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of cool. Kind of a cool idea. It's just that, you know, dating me is like challenging a girl to eat a ghost pepper. She's gonna try it, but then she'll end up gagging and crying later. All right, that's all I got for you guys. Thank you so much.
Jeremy Arkin, everybody. Put your hands together. Is that right? He's hot as fuck, am I right?